By the age of 24, he had traveled all 196 sovereign nations, earning himself a Guinness World Record for the youngest one to do so. And what's more is he's a banker, writer, and creator of a new app for millennial travelers to see the world. Please welcome from San Diego, James Asquith. Hello, James, and congratulations.
Hey guys, how you doing? And thanks very much.
Thank you for joining us. And what's it like, actually having to be, indoors in a regular place with a couch after like living your life on the road? Is it boring?
Yeah, it has to be done sometimes. But I mean, I was on a plane yesterday. I'm on a plane tomorrow. So yeah, I get me on a plane any day, and I'm fine.
So how old were you? I mean, you're 28 now, I know. But how old were you when you started taking these travels? And was it originally with your family?
Yeah, they used to take me on trips quite a lot. Well, twice a year was what they could afford. My dad was a pilot. My mum used to live around the world in Hong Kong and various other places. So I kind of got the travel bug from them. It wasn't really until I was 18, though. I went and volunteered out in Southeast Asia and Vietnam with a couple of my best friends. And it was with that I guess I picked up the travel bug and kind of kept going. So through most of college, university, I probably didn't turn up as much as I should have done to some lectures and classes, and I was traveling whenever I could get it in, like for 8-9 months of the year, as much as I could on a shoestring.
Wow, and managing to get a degree and work in banking and all of this, I don't understand how it takes people a whole lifetime to accomplish this many things, which you have before the age of 30. So what was the, would you say, I mean, you've been to some, obviously very geopolitically challenging areas. I mean, Syria, Afghanistan, what was your experience going to places where, here you are alone, God forbid, should you get into a tough situation?
It completely varied, and to be honest, my timing was never very good. When I go to places, I ended up in Libya, not a great time, and Côte d'Ivoire as well. So my timing wasn't very good, but I kind of managed to get through it as best I could. So when I went to Syria, for example, there was no civil war going on. It was fine when I went there. I went to Afghanistan where it wasn't great as well, but I mean, maybe not some great decisions by me at various times. A lot of naivety. I guess I grew up a lot during the journey, which was the main thing. But, I mean, I guess I'm still here. Probably a lot of the decisions I took weren't too sensible, though.
So, okay, that said, now you've turned yourself into a businessman with a new app. Tell us about the app and, who it's meant to serve. People like you with the travel bug?
Yeah, I guess everyone. To be honest, I kept getting asked by a lot of people, how do you travel so much? How do you travel for cheaper? And so we wanted to kind of create a way to allow people to do that. So we created Holiday Swap, which it's basically a free accommodation sharing platform, or as close as you can get to it. It's $1 a night. It allows people around the world. I think we're in 184 countries now. You can swap your accommodation. It got called the Tinder of travel because the way that people match up. It's not like Tinder. There's nothing like it. It's basically you're matching up like your home or your room or whatever. So yeah, it kind of allows you to take out the biggest cost of accommodation, the accommodation part of travel.
So meant for people traveling on a budget, meant not like for families wanting to like swap a 4-bedroom house.
Well, we actually see both. We see completely different sides of the scale. We see millennials that will swap because they're on a budget, and then we see, families and a different demographic of people that also want to say, hey, I want somewhere where my dog is going to be happy and allowed, and I want somewhere where I've got a kitchen for my kids. So we're seeing completely different sides of demographics of people using the app, which is great.